What's good, everyone? Jets take off. Jets lose to the Cowboys. Final score 30-10. We all expected us to lose, but the way we lost, not so much. First thing I even need to talk about, Dwayne Brown is a severe issue for the New York Jets. We cannot have him as our left tackle moving forward. He's cooked at his age. He's simply too slow, and almost on half of the entire pressures on Zach Wilson the entire game. Who is it from? Dwayne Brown. He gives up way too many pressures. He's not good in the run game, and it's got to be addressed whether AVT slides over to left tackle, Max Mitchell goes over to right, and then Mekhi Becton goes to left tackle. I don't know what it is, but it needs to get addressed. I can't watch Dwayne Brown get beat on every play anymore. Zach Wilson has zero chance of succeeding if that's the case, and there was pressure all game in Zach's face. We all knew the Cowboys had a really good defensive front, but this offensive line, it's simply unacceptable how bad they are in pass protection. You know, even if Rodgers was playing this game, I feel like we still would have lost, and he probably would have gotten hurt in this game, if anything. But the O-line and pass protection, major issue, and I was so disappointed by how Nathaniel Hackett wasn't letting the tight ends chip the edges to give our tackles some help. It really should have happened. We should have been running out of more tight end personnel the entire game, because what I think the Jets should have done is utilize 12-13 personnel, so 2 or 3 tight ends, to help in the run game, and then set up the play action pass. And what does that do? It opens up the run game even more. So I'm disappointed by the offensive game plan. The running backs did nothing. Is that all their fault? Absolutely not. The offensive line, like I said before, not only were they bad in pass protection, they were awful at creating holes for the running backs to run through. It's unacceptable. And when that happens, what's going to happen is you're forcing your young quarterback, Zach Wilson, who struggled immensely last season. You're putting all this pressure on him in the passing game, because if you can't run the football, every team knows the pass is going to be coming, and that just sets up the Jets and Zach Wilson at a big disadvantage. With Zach Wilson overall, I thought he looked okay up until the interceptions started piling in. The touchdown to Garrett Wilson, though, that was awesome. That was a strike. That was by far the best throw of the game. Zach Wilson, he also had a really good throw that was called an incompletion to Lazard down the sideline. I think it was like a 34-yard pass. Absolute seed, but it doesn't even matter because Zach Wilson's his confidence got absolutely killed at the end of the game with 3 interceptions. All of them were his fault. But realistically, do you expect any quarterback behind this offensive line to succeed? I mean, literally, less than a second after Zach Wilson snaps the ball, there's already some offensive guard or tackle, aka Dwayne Brown, getting beat. So Zach Wilson already has to escape the pocket, or it's closing in on him so fast. So I didn't expect him to succeed versus this Cowboys defense. I just hate how Robert Saleh left him kind of in there to die and just completely tanked his confidence heading into next week against the Patriots, a team that has owned Zach Wilson. Bill Belichick has made Zach Wilson look like a complete tool, and now Zach Wilson's heading in with 3 interceptions in this last game up against Bill Belichick's stout Patriots defense. I don't like it. Something's got to be corrected. I just hate how his confidence was tanked, but the defense, Jets defense, I was disappointed. We got absolutely toyed with by the Cowboys offense, and the Cowboys really set the tone as soon as they won the coin toss and they elected to receive, march down the field for an opening drive touchdown. I knew from then the Jets defense, something was off today. There were some injuries here and there, but we were just getting cooked in man coverage. In zone coverage, the Cowboys had beaters, and what did they do? They converted on 3rd down a lot. The penalties defensively, disappointed by them. Roughing the passer, that was a terrible call, but this game was not lost because of penalties. The Jets had multiple opportunities to go win this game, and maybe if we could actually give our quarterback a chance, you know, the result could have been different. But for especially the Jets defensive line, I was disappointed by how little they created pressure. You know, this is supposed to be one of the better units in the NFL. This game, they just simply did not, they didn't get, I can't speak. They didn't get as much pressure on Dak Prescott as there should have been. There really should have been a lot more pressure on Dak. And if that was the case, it would have forced Dak Prescott to take more chances, and potentially it could have been interceptions. So Jets defense, I mean, they were okay, I guess, all things considered, up until the 3rd quarter. But then when the offense is going 3 and out and turnover, defense is eventually going to get gassed. And that's exactly what happened. So it's a disappointing loss. And the offense, I mean, it's the common denominator every single season, I feel like. And here we go again. And quarterback, I mean, Joe Douglas has got to pull off a trade for a backup quarterback, whether it's Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston. Those are my 2 favorite guys. They're both veterans. Jameis Winston has higher boom or bust potential, but Andy Dalton, I think, would be a very safe option in case Zach looks terrible again against the Patriots, because then the locker room might start to turn on him. How much of that is on him? I'd say about half. But unfortunate, really unfortunate game. I just really hate how Zach Wilson's confidence was killed at the end of the game with the interceptions. It really sucks because he was playing okay, but it feels like all of that is erased with the 3 picks. 2 of them were god-awful horrendous. The other one, wasn't as bad, but still, it leaves a sour taste in Zach Wilson's mouth, and especially the Jets receivers too. I really hope we don't reach a boiling point, and that's exactly why the Jets have got to go ahead and make a trade for a starting caliber quarterback to back up and potentially take the starting reins if need be. So let me know what you guys thought from this game. Garrett Wilson, he got hurt, but apparently he just got the wind knocked out of him. I saw that on Twitter before recording this video, so I hope that's truly the case. Let me know what you guys thought about this game, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.